Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Sunday, December 18th. And even this late in the year, we are, in fact, taking your questions. And if you've got financial concerns, or maybe it's good stuff, maybe you got a whopping bonus and you don't know what to do with it. Maybe you are lucky enough to hit some massive one-time only event and it's changing your life and you want to make sure you don't mess it up. Or maybe you've gotten yourself into some financial trouble and you need our help. Regardless, Mark and I, we're both certified financial planners, and we are here to help you out, whatever the issue is. So if you would like some assistance, if you'd like some eyes and ears on your situation, go to the website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and fill out that form. If you just want to have an email, that's fine. We'll do that. If you want to come on the air, just make sure you check the little box that says, I would like to come on the air. That is what Linda did. Linda is on the line from Minnesota.
Hi. Basically, I have 3 kids. 2 are single, and my middle child is married with a 3rd child on the way. Mm-hmm. And discussions have come up over 2 things. One, gifting of money, because I've been able, because they have a family, to gift them more money recently than my other 2 are getting. And then the issue has come up about the discrepancy in the amount of money one family is getting over the other 2. And the other question is the will that they feel. I had told them, I try to be open with my kids about money. I had told them I plan to leave them each an amount and to leave each an amount to each of the grandchildren, hoping, of course, that I don't die in the near future. I'm 69. But they have taken issue with that and feel that it should just be even Steven.
So, how do you feel about that?
Well, my preference, obviously, is to leave something to my grandchildren, and even my son that has the children is willing to say thirds is fine because he doesn't want to have any family strife. Okay. So I guess, I should go along with that. I have problems because I do want to leave things to existing grandchildren because they need help with school tuition and things like that.
Gotcha. It is your money, after all. So I know that we all try to kind of maintain the family dynamic and hopefully not make anyone feel hurt or upset. How much money do you have, Linda?
I have about $6 million.
Okay. So there are 2 grandkids or 3?
There are 2 with a 3rd on the way.
Oh, how exciting, Grandma. Okay. So I think that there's lots of ways to skin this cat. One could be that instead of you gifting to the grandkids, you said there's private school that they're going to, right?
Yes.
Well, first of all, instead of giving a gift to them, you could just pay the private school tuition directly without anybody really knowing. I don't really necessarily think that the other kids have to know every single thing you're doing. And you could do that and be outside of the gift tax exclusion, because when you give directly to the institution, it doesn't count as a gift. You're just making a payment. So that's one idea. The second idea is to say that maybe today, while everyone needs extra money, or maybe today you say, I'm going to make these gifts, but you might want to equalize things upon your death, where you say, hey, we'll keep track of all of this, and that when I die, the 2 single kids might get a little extra money, and leave it at that. That's kind of where they get the benefit.
That's what I had suggested, and I think they are questioning my bookkeeping, but I guess I wondered how to do that, like write that in a will. Like I do have a log of how much I've given to every child, and I had planned on making it equal.
So I think that's
I just wondered how I would put that in a will.
So have you seen an estate attorney?
Yeah, that's on my next thing to do.
Okay, so the estate attorney will absolutely help you with that, and it can be written into a will. And it could be that, the kids will get some, the kind of will true up all the numbers at death. And it could also be that, you say to your kids, I don't want to penalize you. I want this to be fair, but I really do believe in the next generation. And if you never get married, then we'll make sure the money comes to you. We'll get you there. I don't know why, but there's a part of me that feels like saying to your kids, like, shut up. Come on. Like, this is my wish. I I worked hard and I've accumulated these assets, and we're all going to be very fortunate. We're all going to have plenty of money, and this is really kind of nitpicky. So that's me just protecting you, Linda. I think that you can write this in to a will. You'll talk to the estate attorney. If the kids don't trust your bookkeeping, which is silly, guess what? You could have a spreadsheet if you want. You can have a Google Doc that everybody can see. If you want to kind of I hate to say this because it's sort of like a little fib, but if you do want to say to your kids, I am going to pay for some of this private school, and I will make that direct payment, and you will actually be able to benefit from that if you have kids, and if not, it'll all equal out in the end. And that's the answer. I think that if there's a big pushback after that, then I think we have another conversation to have, which is bring all the kids in to the estate attorney and say, here's the document, here it's done. It will all be trued up, and that's the deal. Everyone's going to have to be a little bit flexible in their thinking, including you. And I know you're trying to satisfy everybody, and I feel bad about that because in some respects, it doesn't all have to be even Steven. There are other things at play here. Let me ask you one other question. The two single kids, how are they doing financially?
They're okay. They both are okay. The other issue, which is a separate one, is my middle child had the most postgraduate loan. The other two have no postgraduate loans. So that was the other thing that was in the mix. And I had promised to get them through undergraduate school, but I had said that they would be on their own for graduate school.
Okay. And that's the middle child with the kids has the most postgraduate loans?
Right. And so that's what I partly reacted to, that I felt like I didn't want him to start his new life with his family with this huge loan. So
don't worry. What does he do for a living?
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer? Okay.
Yes.
And the other two don't have the loans. They're doing fine financially. No one's great. Do they have partners? Do the singles have partners at all or not?
Not at this point.
Do they have debt as well that's still outstanding?
No, neither of them have any debt.
They sound very eligible with a mother with $6 million and no debt. I think I could get them both. I could get them hooked up pretty quickly. I think you're going to solve this problem with the estate attorney. You are also entitled to put your wishes in writing. You are perfectly entitled to make different choices. You don't have to necessarily make it all even Steven today, but if ideally over time that you wish to make it even Steven, then you can do that and you will be able to do that. Who's managing the $6 million right now? You?
No, we have a financial planning person.
Okay. Are you married or are you single?
I am single.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. I just feel like the advisor could help you with this. You could say to the kids, look, the advisor's going to keep track of this, or the estate attorney. You can have some sort of collaborative effort. Don't worry, it's not me. I'm not going to fudge them. Boy, they don't trust you.
Yes, I know.
I trust you.
That's one of my concerns, but that's a separate issue.
I know. You have to go to therapy about that. I'm sure that doesn't feel nice to you, especially when you're being quite generous. So, I always had this weird thing with parents. Not every child should be treated exactly the same. It seems to me that you're doing a really lovely and wonderful thing. And if the kids are going to be a little grabby and upset about this, it can probably be resolved. Then maybe we don't have to talk about it anymore, because I think that these are the kinds of conversations that can breed some really bad feelings. And I think as long as you're willing to talk to the attorney and square everything up at death, then the kid should be fine. They should also know that, I don't know, if maybe you say, well, guess what? If I need to square things up because my single youngest child is going to buy a house and I'm going to help him or her with a down payment, you can do it that way. So I think life will give you plenty of opportunity to make this even Steven if that's what you want to do. My hope for you is that you can get this settled, that you can make everyone satisfied, and then we really don't have to talk about this again. And if they do need help, and I think you can also say to them, look, if you need something, if something comes up, you come to me. You know that I have means and I will be happy to help you out. But today I want you to be self-sufficient, and I'm here for you if something bad were to occur. But, my job as a parent is to make you self-sufficient, and that's what we're doing. Do you need some extra advice? Do you need some impartial, unbiased help navigating your financial journey, Mark and I are here for you. Just go to the website, JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and we will help you out. While you're on the website, sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Comes out every single Friday. Mark does a wonderful job getting that together. And pre-order the new book, The Great Money Reset. You'll see that there are 10 bold steps to turn chaos into opportunity. And you know what? Next year is going to be a little chaotic, gang. I hate to tell you. It's going to happen. So check it out. When you pre-order The Great Money Reset, you can join us for our first ever Jill on Money webinar. Lift someone up today. Grit, growth, grace. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.